You will only understand this if you know you're the predator. You will only understand this if you understand that you are the predator. You can collect your own debt. They sending it to you. They sending you your own debt so you can send it back for collection. But you got to understand who's playing this game. Can I be heard? Can I be heard? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Shalom, shalom. The screenshot come from the Fair Debt Credit Reporting Act. And they telling you how to. All right, I'm peeling this fruit real quick. Read the screenshot one time. And I'm gonna be right to you real. So, as y'all can see from the picture behind me, this is from the Fair Debt Credit Reporting Act. It says, of the last sentence of this paragraph, the term includes any creditor, remember you're always doing something on behalf of something, who, in the process of collecting his own debts, uses any name other than his own, which would indicate that a third person is collecting or attempting to collect debts. Voila. So, the all capital name person has committed himself to a contract. The authorized representative of a living trust is also the beneficiary. Okay. John Henry Doe, John H. Doe, J. H. Doe, John Doe, John Doe are all different people or persons. Okay. Now, John H. Doe operates shalom. John H. Doe operates as an executive trustee, but not only as the executive trustee, but also as the primary beneficiary. You did. So he's able to sign his name. You're able to sign 2 names, 3 names, however many you're using. Initially, you're able to sign his name, the all capital name, and then you're able to sign the birth. Your name, the representative. Let's put this into further perspective. All right, let's put this into perspective. I'm gonna get out the way so y'all can read. Enough time. Shalom, shalom to you all. To you all. If you have not already, shed alive. All right. Now, the UCC, Uniform Commercial Code. This is the merchant law that governs the transactions that all of us commit to: leases, loans, deposits, banknotes, securities, secure transactions. It governs it all. Brokerage. Each state has its own Secretary of State where you are able to file a UCC. But I'm not talking about a UCC financing statement here. Okay, a UCC financing statement is governed by Article 9 of the UCC. But this right here, what we're reading, is the Uniform Commercial Code, and we're reading out of Section 3402. At least this is a commentary of it. You can go read Section 3402 yourself. It'll say the same thing, but this is a commentary. Okay. Section 3402A of the UCC provides that a person acting or purporting to act as an agent who signs an instrument binds the principal to the binds the principal to the same extent that the principal would be bound if the signature were on a simple contract. Okay. So if the agent signs somebody else's name, according to the UCC, via his authority to sign on this person's behalf, he is able to then take away his liability from it. So if my grandma is the name that I'm using, I have authority over my grandma, and my grandma need a wheelchair, I can go get into a loan agreement for this wheelchair in my grandma name. But I just got to make sure that I let them know, hey, I have the authority to do so, and I'm gonna make sure I put my name on this joint too. Yeah. The drafters of the UCC here point to the common law of agency. If under agency law, if under agency law, the principal will be bound. Uh, the principal will be bound by the act of the agent. The principal is the debtor, the person who owes. Remember, every time you call in, you're talking about the principal balance. Your purpose and point, whenever you, as agent, coming in or sending in your securities or whatever it is, your purpose is to settle the principal balance. Now, you, the creditor, the true creditor, you dig? You're coming in to use your interest, your security interest, which is your collateral, to offset the principal balance. Instead of them sending you the bills every month, you need to tell them, I want y'all to go ahead and use the interest statement, the coupon, to offset the principal balance. I sent my UCC to the Department of Commerce in New York. I ain't got nothing to do with that right now. I told y'all, we're reading from a code. We're not following a statement right now. All right. So the signature is the authorized signature of the principal. Let's start over. If under agency law, the principal, which is the debtor, the all capital name, will be bound by the act of the agent, which is you, Shalom Zara. The signature is the authorized signature of the principal. Okay. You use the all capital name, but the person who is doing this is John E. Doe. I mean, John H. Doe. All capital name is John Henry Doe, the full name. And John H. Doe is the one, the agent on its behalf. All right. And the general rule in agency law, we right here in the highlighted section. And the general rule in agency law is that the agent is not liable if he signs his own name and makes clear he is doing so as an agent. In our example, Igor should sign as follows: Frankenstein Incorporated, or the business. Now you got to understand, according to the IRS, a trust is a business. A trust is a business. An estate is a business. LLC is a business. All right. These are all business entities. And you have to be competent of the person, which we've already discussed. You have to be competent of the person that you are using and engaging with. All right. If you haven't already, it's only two to share. Man, shut alive, man. Shut alive, man. Shalom, shalom to you all. If y'all wouldn't mind, could you please shut alive? This is not information that's exclusive to you. You know, let everybody get in on it. You feel me? All right, all right. Can you use the UCC without a filing number? Can you use the UCCs without, beloved? That don't make sense. Remember, my last time saying this to y'all. We are not filing a UCC. We are reading from the articles of the UCC. Articles mean laws or rules that govern something. Thank y'all for those who have shared. So please stop asking me about filing a UCC or what you have filed. I'm not going to answer that question. That's not what I'm talking about. All right? And I use the UCC to stop a vehicle. You can use the code that supports repossessions are illegal in the UCC. So, not to answer the question about filing of not what this is about. All right, so this is about you signing, so you ain't got to do all that shit you're talking about. All right, now it is clear under agency law that the corporation is liable and not the agent. All right, you got to make sure that when you go in there, getting into contract, doing applications, that you take control of the transaction as the natural creditor. All right. We already read yesterday that we read yesterday what an infant was. We should be clear of this. All right. An infant is not a living person. It's just not. You got to understand that there are different languages in this world. All right. And throughout this world, thank y'all for the roses, beloved. In this world, it's only one universe in many different worlds. All right. And in this world, depending on which one it is you're doing, you gotta speak the proper language. Okay. You can't take guy code in the girl world. Not gonna understand it. You can't take politics into sports. Not gonna work. Not only can you not take the event there, you can't speak that way there. The way you speak at home is not the way you speak at the job. Even if you use the same words, slang has different meaning than the original meaning of the context. You understand? Thank you for the roses, beloved. All right. So when you're playing commercial ball, when you're involving yourself in commerce, internal revenue, which is money, commerce, you have to understand the language that you're involved in. Okay. Which means you have to read more banking dictionaries. If you want to know the law, how to get yourself out of, situations in court and whatnot, you're going to read dictionary. You did? Okay. So we understand that this infant is not a living person. Okay. We understand that this infant, upon him gaining a social security number, he gains what's called a legal status, not lawful. So at some point, the lawful you was supposed to make known your presence. It's just that when you turned 18, you were so anxious to use your social security card. You just went ahead and used it without properly identifying who you were, because the number was assigned to the infant, and you have the authority via the appointment to use it. But because of the lack of comprehension that we have in agency law, it's three ways that the agent could sign irregularly. And if one of these apply to you, stop doing it. Okay? The agent signs his name. I'm sorry, the agent signs only his name. A lot of the contracts that you get into, you just sign a name. Okay? Stop doing that. Two, the agent signs both names, but without indication of any agency. Frankenstein Incorporated / Igor. So now you're leaving them to try to figure out which one of y'all is liable. Is Frankenstein Incorporated liable? Is he the principal? Or are you the principal? You dig? Everything is about this separation shit. All right. And three, the agent signs as agent but doesn't identify who the principal is. So you let them know I'm the beneficiary, but you didn't tell them who the principal was. So apparently you must be the principal as well. Makes sense? It's all about yeah, it's gonna go on my Yahoo. I mean, what the thing called? YouTube. In each case, the agent is liable. In each case. You dig? Because the agent is not separating himself from the principal. The agent is not making known who the principal is. And the agent didn't make known his agency. You dig? That's our issue. Those three things. One of the three or all of the three. But if you're in the understanding that an infant is a private person, it's the grantor of a trust, which is private, estate, which is private, conservator, you're conserving something, private, receiving something that you hold guardianship to, it's all private. And the private man's public way of engaging with the public was the social security person. You have to understand you are not your social security number. You are somebody that represents it. Think about it. If you've ever been to jail or court, the lawyer represents you. He is the one representing you. Since you can't present yourself, he's going to represent you. Okay. But if a charge gets laid down and excuse me, if a sentence gets laid down, he's not going to go to jail with you. He's just there on your behalf. And he makes known clear when he first stand up there. So what would be the that separation? How you act. How you act. I'm telling you right now. I'm showing you right now. All your life you've been acting like you don't exist. All your life you've been acting like you the social. So if I'm showing you how to sign so you don't act like that anymore, wouldn't you think that would be the beginning of it? Like, don't all parties have to be put on notice? I mean, well, of course. But what are you specifically talking about? Because I'm talking about like going to get a loan, opening a bank account, things of that nature. But what are you specifically talking about? Okay. So when my students or my followers ask obvious questions, I think you're asking for permission. Why wouldn't you put them on notice? That's the reason you're signing the way you're signing. That is notice. It would even be better of you before you came in to call and see if they did business the way you're trying to do business, and that is a notice. If you never signed these ways in the first place, of course you have to put them on notice. I'm trying to make that aware, them aware that I know I'm not paying them the FRN. Trying to make them aware that you know what. I don't think you listen to nothing I said. You ain't got to tell them you're not using Federal Reserve notes. Just simply tell them you're using your security interest to offset the principal balance creditor. Y'all got to get y'all emotions out of this. If you got your emotions in this, it's not gonna work. That's why I say I understand y'all know y'all the beneficiary and all that, but put your mind on I'm the trustee. Listen and take notes. You understand? Write the questions down. But anyways, so your purpose, your understanding doesn't need to rely on I'm the beneficiary. We know that much. We said that from the beginning. We know that much. Your purpose and intent is to make sure when you go in there that you sign these documents properly. It doesn't matter if you sign it as the beneficiary or the authorized representative. Because once you endorse the instrument properly, show that the instrument was for a specific or special purpose, which is the reason you do a restrictive endorsement. And a restrictive endorsement is is something that states for a purpose. And what I mean by that is for deposit only, for collection only. Now you probably need to let those two phrases marinate in your mind, in your soul for a minute. For deposit only, for collection only. Those are some very prominent terms in the banking world that you need to get not only familiar with, but comfortable with. Because you're telling them exactly what to do with this document, this instrument, or I'm sorry, as they would refer to in their little handbooks and stuff, they call them items. The reason they call them items is because they can't say specifically what you can and cannot deposit. So they call them items. The the items that you deposit. Now, I just learned some facts the other day that I'm finna go work out tomorrow, right? I'm still learning. I'm finna go talk to my partner today, and we're gonna learn some more. If your state supports the UCC, specified general deposit, yep, specified not general deposit, right? Talking about they giving the minor a hard time. They not giving the authorized representative a hard time. The minor or somebody that they don't recognize on the account is getting a hard time. You can't just tell them what to do. You have to have the authority to do that. Ain't nobody giving nobody a hard time. You got to know how to use that state. Okay, let me ask you a question. When you go in there with that, who went in there with that coupon? I'm assuming you've tried it. Individual that's saying they giving people a hard time. I'm assuming you one of the people, right? I signed the back of the coupon, told them for deposit, never did it. I mailed it in. Okay. Who did this? You're saying I want the title and name of the person. And you can use John Doe, you know what I'm saying, for reference. I don't want your real name in the public, you know what I'm saying? But who did this? Give me the title of the person and the name. What's going on?
What's up, Kazak? How y'all doing today? How you doing? What's going on, brother?
You busy right now?
You said what?
Hey, cool, cool. Never mind, I gotta come to the mic.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Nah, it's on me. It's on me. All right, so yeah, so you get what I'm saying up here? Well, I know you do. See,
Definitely. I've done the coupon process, well, procedures. I did it in 2021, but I didn't get any credits applied to the account until like 5 months ago. And they put what 645 credits on there. And yeah, but I had to put them on notice first. I did a handwritten letter to them and an instruction notice. And that was just me trying, just going for what I knew. I ain't had nobody to help me. So I just utilized a coupon patent I found on Google Patents. So I just kind of followed what was on there. And, I wasn't expecting it to be so late. I wasn't expecting to say anything, honestly. But yeah, I utilized that patent to get that done. But definitely knowing the UCC verbiage and not necessarily utilizing the exact codes does help us when we're trying to get relief and or remedy or whatever have you. It just depends on how far the living man or woman is trying to go with what they're doing.
right, right. So when you take over that bank account, when you take over the the account that you have, period, you gotta understand the minor went in by himself is how it looks. So you have to put them on notice that hey, somebody else is controlling the account. I'm the new guy,
Right.
and I don't want you to send me the interest payment or coupon statements anymore. I want you to apply the excuse me, the interest to the principal balance, bringing it to a zero every month.
Yep.
And if it's a bank account, every day.
Yep.
The key to it, the key to it is somebody taking control of the minor. Because right now, they have the authority over the minor.
All right. They're still a ward of the state, an enemy technically, a grown baby enemy.
A big ass baby enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason it's an enemy is because this baby keep asking for shit. This baby keep incurring debt. It keep making debt for the family. You did.
Yep.
So everywhere y'all go, so it won't be simple to make them the fiduciary and have them do it. Oh, so won't it be? You got it, beloved. You heard perfectly. You
Right.
heard absolutely clearly what's going on and what I'm saying should be done. Absolutely, beloved.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And you
exactly
can,
what you're doing.
and
And there's a
that's
fucking form for that.
right. It's a form for it, or you can write it in your own handwriting. Like I love to write in my own handwriting, and then I attach whatever information that they're looking for to that form, either via paperclip or whatever. And I send that in to them, and I give them a letter of intent, and instructions on why I'm doing it that way, so
Oh,
that I won't be liable for utilizing their forms or anything that any regulations that I don't know that would adhese me to something that I don't want to be bonded to. So I rather write in my own God given allegraphy on cotton and send it.
who that is? Julian? Yeah, you hit.
Yep, that form 56 will do it.
Yeah. That's what I'm finna walk all that into my private bank.
Yep.
About elect, I ain't doing all that, beloved. You don't need no election letter. You need unless you mean a letter of appointment.
All
If that's
right.
what you mean, yes, I understand.
And
But
a
that's
56 if you're dealing with financial institutions.
56 F. But if you got a private banker, go ahead and make his ass a fiduciary person.
Mm-hmm. Yep. For banking purposes only.
That way, whenever you go get a lease, loan, application, whatever the case may be, you can go ahead and tell them folks, hey man, send it to my folks. They gonna get me right. And then you gonna get right.
Right.
Because he gonna already know what his obligation is to the interest. This is a
Yep.
letter of appointment of an election letter.
And then
Just
you
keep it
take care of
simple.
your duties on the back end.
Yeah. Just keep it simple. Notice of appointment of fiduciary.
Man, them pomegranate seeds look fire.
These bitches hitting, you hear me?
I know it.
Them motherfuckers hitting. I'm trying to eat silver. I want to put your bitch in a little boat. Yeah,
Ooh.
smash them
That'd
hoes.
be fire. I
Oh,
saw you.
that already gave up that idea.
I can barely see the comments because they white.
See?
I said I can barely see the comments because they white and they blend in with the background. So so put the bank manager as the fiduciary and just work with him. I will put the bank and then the
Who else you working with?
what's this gonna say?
Who else you working with? More than likely, it's gonna be a financial or wealth advisor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will put the bank and then put them on.
Yup. And then, I'm gonna talk to Julian and Chief this right now. Stassi. So y'all know y'all. Okay, so when you take over the bank account, what's the one thing you want to make sure you claim?
Shit, that application first.
All right.
So you trying to say what else would I claim?
Okay, you say the application first. So what's next for you?
Let me see. Shit, the whole kit and caboodle.
Specifically, you got to name something, and you can have them fund the account with that specific something.
You saying
Your
what?
principal balance will be at that balance every time.
Wait a minute. Hold on, let me.
You say you're gonna claim the account. Well, you're already doing so. So yes, of course you did.
So brother, because I claiming it when
If
it
you
comes.
if you go to a national bank or a member bank, they all are insured
Mm-hmm.
by the FBI.
Ah,
And
okay.
they tell you on every fucking poster that they can. If it's a credit union, it's the NCUA. They tell you on every poster that they can whose savings is insured. Does it say the banks?
Now it says the
It
account.
say yours. So you have an insurance policy.
Right. And it
So you
hit every
make
quarter.
claim to the insurance policy.
Right. They don't tell you that it's every quarter.
It's every day.
Every transaction too.
That's why I say it's every day. They're supposed to bring the balance back to what it was at the end of the day.
Right, yeah.
You understand?
That
We're gonna
part.
make this account a zero deposit account.
And you know what else I did? I ended up doing the 56F of FDIC.
Yep. FDIC got a power of attorney for him. I was tapping in the comments like, hold on. Got to do a little Hey, yeah, me and my partners was just talking about this last night. Like, it's all good. The shit I've been teaching y'all is all good, but the money shit, the nuances to the money shit, that's what y'all. That's really what I need to be charging y'all for. If I'm gonna do a class and do classes and shit, the money. So y'all can make some money, we can make some money. Everybody gonna make money, so you shouldn't even be worried about the money. Just say I'm new, I love it. That's because I can help you out with breaking this shit down. You feel me? Damn. Hey, how you doing, T?
I can't complain.
Yeah.
I'm just hanging out right now. I got a couple things I gotta do. Stuff I gotta send off today. What's today?
Hmm?
It's Monday. Tomorrow I gotta send some stuff off. I gotta go to the PO box tomorrow, and I gotta send a couple of things off to the from the trust to the me's, so I can send it back to the trust.
Hey, yeah, you know today's Sunday, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was
Yeah.
Monday. My day is basically off.
Hey, yeah, I don't be counting them hoes either.
Mm-mm.
I try not to even mention them hoes' names.
Mm-mm.
I was doing some studying this morning before I got up, right? You know, I fuck with Bible.
Oh yeah.
Christ came down here and told niggas he's speaking allegory
Yes.
or parables.
Yes.
So it's like at every chance you get, you can't take the nigga literally. You
Mm-mm.
gotta think deeper than what he just said. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
For any man, I would even say this is for women as well. You have to overcome your emotions. And I don't mean this like the therapist been saying this shit. I don't mean this like nobody else but myself right now. You have to overcome your emotions. Your mind is a table, and you have to set your mind. If you allow your mind to be clouded or cluttered with emotions, it'll be tossed to and fro. Bible says you'll be like a man that looks in the mirror. Ah, be like a man that looks in the mirror at himself, dress himself up. I'm a man. Turn around, and immediately he forgets. Still a man. And then I'm a man, right? I'm a man. Like when you don't know yourself, everything is about how you feel, and that's what it can't be. You have to overcome how you feel. Dig what I'm saying?
Yep. I was finna talk junk, but I'm gonna let you have it. Walking back and forth like,
Just hold my headphones short. Name myself. Nickname me. All right. So, all right. So, if we understand what's going on, and I mean this in the greatest sense, as men and women, we have to stop fucking beefing, and we got to pay attention that this shit is spiritual. Everything, no matter what you do, contracting is
yep.
dig. The Bible says what God put together, no man.
Or woman can separate.
or woman can separate. Now, people think that that's the bond, or excuse me, the marriage that they go with. That's not it. It's the children, the result, the product of the marriage, right? Because you're the father's sperm, spirit, and you're the mother's soil or egg, earth, and then God puts Adam in the earth. Now the man, right? The man, like God, is the one who has control, but not well, not necessarily control, but determines the sex of the child. He actually holds the XY and XX chromosome. The woman makes no determination in the sex of the child. Okay? So the man is God, the woman is wisdom. If the woman is not wisdom, she's foolish. Proverbs 14:1 says, "A wise woman buildeth up her house, and a foolish one plucketh it down with her own hand." Now, the wise woman understands that she's not out there literally hammering nails and got a fucking house. I mean, building a house. She understands that his body is a temple that she becomes a part of, and she builds him up. She is supposed to be a help meet, likened unto himself, a reflection. Now, men, if you're not confident, if you're not competent, if you don't have a solid consciousness, a lot of your choices are going to be made off of your feelings. And that's where you're going to fall every single time. The Bible says a man who loves the law is not easily offended. Okay. So, in order for that to be so, that means you must have given not only your body and your soul, but also, as it describes, your mind to God. This entire everything about this, y'all. Government. Ment is the mind. You control the ment, you control the man. So the man is the mind. All right. Everything is about your mind. The thoughts that you're thinking, we literally create these realities. Some of y'all might be real close. You might be touching the building, and we'll use this figuratively. Like you're this close to the information, getting in that to that bank, learning this and doing that, but it's like you just can't get in. You can't figure it out. This, that, and the third. All right. And we have to understand that our thoughts are like the weather. Okay. You ever been having a great ass time? Vibe die. Nothing could go wrong. And then a thought comes through, something you didn't do, something you were supposed to do, something that would interrupt this quote unquote peace. Everybody is searching for peace of mind. And the only way you can find, does anybody know how you can find peace of mind? You know
Yeah.
how you find peace of mind.
By knowing myself so nobody else can tell me who I am. And when I find peace in with knowing what my darkness is first, knowing how to actually be stable in both of them, and only using my darkness when I need to, which is very rarely, I find that peace within myself to be able to create that, to have or create that overport in order to give it over to somebody else.
I like what Jordan said. I like
Yeah.
what you said too.
Jordan.
Julian say, I love, he said, I love or live.
That's how you say his name, Jordan?
I would think so.
Jordan. Yep.
Jordan. Gordon. Is it Jordan or Gordon or Jordan?
Right.
G-O. G. Gordon. But yeah, I agree with your sentiment though, bro. Um, Julian, how did you y'all come on stage, man? Talk to me one time. Number 10 niggas in. I let me one time. How did you find peace of mind? You said you have it. How did you obtain it? Because I think there's a very simple way to obtain peace of mind. And I
Yeah.
don't think I don't think gaining peace of mind is by doing the things that make you feel good.
Mm-mm.
You feel me? I'm gonna tell
This
y'all
is
my.
something that make you uncomfortable.
Mm,
Like actually knowing who you are. Like I said, knowing who you are so nobody else can tell you who you are, who you ain't.
a code. Somebody let me, Julian. How did you find peace of mind? Because I would say the one of the best ways to gain peace of mind is meditation.
Definitely.
Because how I understand it, the Christ said the kingdom is within you.
Put the
Right?
gun down. My bad, I ain't gonna interrupt again.
Breathe. So, so yeah, I would agree with them that the kingdom is within. So since I agree, that means I have to search, as you say, self. I got to know me. Okay. Now, have you ever went and talked to yourself?
All the time.
I want to ask you a question before we proceed. Who went and spoke to self?
Me?
Whom is me? Does me have a name?
Yes.
Okay.
Chief
Does
this
me?
Chief this gray.
Okay.
It's me.
Now I've done the same. Okay. Because I had to go talk to my government name. Okay. The government name is a name that we have all received and we had no agreement to. Just chill, man. The government name is the name that we all had no conscious agreement to. It was just given to it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It was a gift from your mom. All right, cool. You did. So, what you say? So, when did you grow up? When did you grow up and identify yourself? When did you become set apart from the family that you are a part of? Not separated, but set apart. Like what divides you from the name of the family of Joe? It's the first name. So when did you identify yourself? And when did that person who and I'm sorry, that person you identified yourself as, did he ever go and speak to the government you? If there is a physical footprint, physical library for every damn thing, it has to be a spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to go within, you gotta go
So
in
you
here.
won't go without.
You gotta go in here in order to access the spiritual library. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
When you get there, you have to address yourself. You need to forgive yourself. The new you needs to tell the old you, I'm sorry, it's gonna be okay. Forgive me for
Mm-hmm.
taking so long. You dig? Some of y'all 50 years old and you still have internal issues, daddy issues, most importantly for all of us. If you ain't have a daddy, a lot of us 50 years old still got father issues. Never met him. Don't understand the fullness of our own spirit because we're missing that portion. Now, watch how important this is. Wisdom is the support of the law. The law is the authority, you guys. The man is law, he is the red. The woman is the blue. She is the wisdom, she's the peace. The children are afraid of the dad because the dad says no. Mom, they run to mom, and mom, she explains why. This is why your father said what to do. You don't have to be afraid of it. You just got to understand. Okay? Remember, the bond that man and woman put together, that God put together, no man or woman can separate.
Not even
Okay?
children.
Which is the children. Who is the first teachers of the nation of people?
Ladies.
It's mothers. Who whose law is the mothers or are the mothers supporting?
Daddy.
The father. So when a man and woman split, 9 times out of 10, she's in some form of disagreement or disarray with this fella, and she then takes the children with her, and they all are subject to now the law of the mother. Okay?
Or another.
Or if she decides to go off to another man, now watch this. Those children are the spirit of their father. Okay? The mother is disconnected from him, so she's going to psychologically, maybe even unbeknownst, condition the children to be disconnected from him as well. To the point, just like God, it's going to be so hard for the children to find him. And I don't mean look in the sky, find him. I don't mean stand in front of him, find him. I mean know him. Because they'll be so conditioned to the way and emotion of their mother. If she's a daughter or a woman, when she goes out there and engages with men, and says she engages with a man like myself who has authority, she won't understand authority. You just want to control me. I want to protect you. I'm the head. I'm supposed to control you. If I say no, it's no. I consult with you because you are my wisdom, but I make the choice and the decision, because that choice and decision is not going to come back on you. It's going to come back on me. Biblically, the man was the one who provided the lamb, ram, or sacrifice for the sin of not only himself, but his family. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, children
This is
is
why
unintentional. We a lot
all
of
of
us do that shit.
it. This is why, fellas, I don't want you to take what I'm about to say wrong, but this is a fact and it is true. Don't put your emotions into what I'm about to say. You cannot be properly loved. You cannot be in proper standing with a woman until you have your shit together. It's not gonna work. She cannot operate in over the 10% of masculine that she's supposed to have. When a woman becomes a single mother, or I'm sorry, I don't use that term. You're the only mother. When the woman becomes a parent on her own, right? The children do not have a natural respect for the mother as they do for the father. The father, sit down. Literally, that's all I got to do to my children. Sit down. And I look at them. Why is y'all in here jumping? They don't even know how to respond to me. You dig what I'm saying? They
Yep.
think I'm pissed. You dig? But it's just firm. I don't care who's afraid of me at this point. I want that. You dig me? Sit down. And then you have those kids that they try to go get up under their mom. She is supposed to go sit down like your father told
Mm-hmm.
you. Not coming, but you know this my baby. Did it? No,
Mm.
no.
My mom didn't play that shit.
You understand what I'm saying? Now you're showing the children disagreement. Now you're showing the children that we're not in alignment. Now you're showing the children that they can go in between parents.
Mm-hmm.
Dig me? I can go ask my daddy. He gonna say no. But mama gonna say yeah. I ain't even gonna ask my daddy. The mama in
Right.
every instance supposed to be go ask your daddy. Go ask your daddy. What your daddy said. You ask your daddy. The kids are supposed to ask, mama. I understand we ask daddy for everything, but why you always ask daddy? Like you can't just go do it yourself. And the mama's supposed to say, if I leave that house, your father need to know where I'm going. If your father got something to do and we need to get that done, opposed to what I'm doing, I stop what I'm doing and I go do what your father needs us to do. Your father is the husband. The husband is the man who manages his agriculture and his family. So when the manager, when the boss says to do something, it has to be done. If there's an amount of money that I'm about to spend, if I don't consult with your father who had something to do with that money, and we don't have that money, it's on me. So I speak with your father who makes the final decision. And I also want to show you, son, how you should be treated as a man. And I want to show you, daughter, how to treat a man. And you see how your father treats me, the respect, the love, affection, attention, whatever, yada, yada, yada. It has to balance. So as I see it, right? Yin and yang.
Yep, yep.
It's a circle. Call it two fish, right? One is overtly white, the other is overtly black. But there is a circle of black and the white, and a circle of white and the black. 50-50, which everybody fucking hates. I'm capping? Y'all saying I'm capping? Damn. You put the cap on me. What that mean?
Ray J,
Right?
you capping.
Every time they talk to him, yeah, that bitch. Hey, but nah. Seriously though. So, oh, that's a good cap. Word up. No, you were number one. So, what I'm saying is 50-50 is not always 50-50. 50-50 simply means balance. Okay. And I've always thought this, but a man should be 90% rough and tough, 10% gentle. A woman should be 90% gentle and sweet and delicate and all that. And a man, excuse me, and 10% masculine. You dig? When she separates from that man because of that lack of respect, the authority that has now exited the picture, she has to assume more than 10% masculinity. And we're not the same. Women cannot operate fashionably in their masculinity. It just doesn't work. That's why y'all tired. That's why y'all mad. That's why y'all sad. That's why y'all pouring yourselves out. That's why y'all can't figure it out. That's why y'all hurt. That's why y'all keep getting yourselves hurt. It's crazy. A woman allow her heart to get broke 1,000 fucking times. Dude, one time. Dude, I promise you, sister, if you slow down, if you clear your mind, I promise you can change your reality. Brother, same thing. Clear your mind. It's gonna take you to get off of social media, and I'm gonna tell you why. The reason you need to get off of social media is because it's infested with sex. Get off of social media.
$3.99 for my OnlyFans.
It's crazy. Bitch be having discounts on the $3.99.
$1.99 is Christmas special. Happy holidays, ho.
Happy holiday. Hoes and hoes and hoes.
Bruh, eat that dry ass banana, man.
Hey man, you be quiet. I'm finna finish. It's almost done. I was waiting on. Look, man, motherfucker, I got another one. Shit, this is perfect.
Damn. You got the whole tree in that joint.
I got the whole bush in this motherfucker. You feel me? So you didn't even know. You didn't but hold me down. Um,
What's up,
gotta be
DJ?
who that. Hey, Shalom, BJ, come on stage. That but we gotta. You have to reprogram, recondition yourself. The Bible says the man who loves the law is not so easily offended. You know why? Because your mind is not focused on the negative. The Bible says vengeance is not yours, so technically you can't do shit about it anyway. As a man, she get disrespectful, whoop, whoop, whoop. What you gonna do? You put your hands on her, you going to jail. You gonna be called a piece of shit. Society gonna fuck you over. You yell, you a piece of shit. Society gonna fuck you over. You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing but give it to your higher power, which is what you should pray and expect that your woman do when she get out of line. Oh, I'm sorry, when you get out of line. You don't want your woman to match your energy as a man. Remember, she can't operate in the masculinity. So she submits to your higher power. She can't go over her head. Excuse me. She can't beat her head, but she can go to the creator about it. But watch this. She understands that if the creator punishes her man, that's a punishment to the family as well. So her grace, her mercy is extended to her husband as he extends it to her. Man, it's supposed to be beautiful, y'all. We're not supposed to be beefing. We're not supposed to be in disarray, which is confusion or disagreements and whatnot. Everything is about peace. It's not happy wife, happy life. It's happy spouse, happy house. Yeah.
She said, "No, sir."
All right. Boom. All right. So boom. We have to be careful. Those children are the spirit of their fathers. So either the woman is going to raise them against the law of their fathers into her law and her misguided wisdom because she's a free spirit now. You literally just confirmed what Alma Ray told us in marriage counseling. Man, y'all so powerful as a union. You understand? Y'all are powerful. We are powerful as a union. Ecclesiastes 25, Ecclesiasticus
Yep.
25. It says, "In three things I found beautiful in the sight of God and man." So God found this beautiful, so did mankind. It was the unity of brethren, it was the love of your neighbor, and a man and a woman that agree. I tell you how I feel, then I shut up and let you express. Then we done. I wouldn't necessarily say that that's a conversation. How you feel isn't relevant to the conversation because unless the how you feel is guided by a logic, we all feel. I think when a woman's for women, you all are supposed to be emotionally stable. What makes you emotionally unstable is not understanding how to govern your emotions opposed to them governing you. Just because you felt a way means nothing. A lot of women throw years away in a moment because they felt some type of way, you know? So as a woman, every woman has to dwell in and with wisdom. She is going to talk to you. You ever been not doing shit and then you got a thought, damn, you know you're supposed to be at such and such house? Or you got a thought of you were supposed to be doing something. You you have to understand the voices in your world and hear. Okay. You can look down at your foot and say in your head, I tied my shoe, and you know that was you. All is well. But there are those times when you just chilling and that ignorant ass thought come through. Who spoke it? It came in your voice, but it wasn't you. You weren't intentionally thinking about missing this person or this flashback that just happened. Okay? If we don't govern our thoughts, that's why I say meditation is the fastest way to controlling your mind because you gotta make it shut up.
Yep.
You're probably thinking 1,000 thoughts right damn now. As a man, if you can't control your thoughts,
Ooh.
you shouldn't stand up so upright as a man. You probably should hunch over, show a little bit of shame. You did. There's a shame that causes grace, and there's a shame that brings about sin. You have to understand what that means. Walking with your head down like this, because you know you did wrong, you know you fucked up, showing repentance. Somebody can come and forgive you. Somebody can come and say, "What's going on with you? Why you always looking like that?" And I keep fucking up. Keep fucking up. I trying to get my shit together and I'm fucking up people in the process. Whatever. You just be real about that shit, right? Now the Bible say in Hebrews 13 to 1, neglect not to show hospitality. Some of us have entertained angels unawares. You don't know who somebody is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Pharisees was mad at Christ when he said to the woman, "You are forgiven." They was like, "Who this nigga think he is? Only God can forgive sin." He said, "Don't it say in your law, for I have said ye are gods?" Psalms 82:6 is what he was specifically quoting. Usually, when we're young, we think with our hearts. Absolutely, Miss BJ, which is why it's up to y'all, beloved, to help us out. You feel me? And look, I learn from y'all by observing. I barely ask y'all these things, right? Watch this. I observe older people thank God for everything. I mean, everything. It don't matter what it was. They almost failed. Praise the Lord. Bill get paid. Praise the Lord. Couldn't pay the bill. Praise the Lord. Simply because everything is spiritual.
Yep.
Everything is spiritual to them.
Say that, Sister BJ. As we mature, we become more strategic, operating with brains from our knowing. Yep, wisdom.
And
And
that's
it's
what see
coming from
y'all
the
when y'all
very
get older.
moment.
So precious, man. Man, I love them old ladies, man. They just be sitting there, little head.
Oh, no, you didn't. Get him.
Hey, his head wrapped though. Head wrapped up. She probably got two braids under that motherfucker.
Bruh.
You feel me? But man, the wisdom that's gonna come out that lady mouth, how light she speak, it'll make the young boys when they come. Hey man, pull your pants up, man. Hey, don't go in there talking like that around Miss Jenny, man. What you talking about? All that we don't do all that nigga shit, bro. Tighten up, real shit. This is how men do. Boys do real shit. We do this.
Mm-hmm.
See? Well, I don't care. You can ask any man that's a hoe out there in the streets, what you gonna do if you find a good woman that's worth not being that too? He gonna tell you everything I can do. He gonna be honest. He gonna say I probably wouldn't even fuck with her because shit, I'm
I
out here
ain't
doing my
ready.
thing.
I ain't ready.
Or he gonna say, shit, I'm gonna lock that one down. I'm gonna try to lock that one down. Now, where the woman comes in, right? Just because he want to lock you down, you don't offer him sex. That's how you prove
Oh.
if he's trying to lock you down. It's not about making him wait for the coochie. It's a bonding effect. You gotta court me first, brother. I gotta court you, brother. What you think I'm gonna do in a time of need? You don't know. What happens when we start arguing? You don't know. What happens? Not arguing, disagreeing, or you know what I'm saying? You don't know. You might tell me you love me while everything all good and great, but what happens when you don't like me?
You a
Yeah.
fucking motherfucker.
That's what you gonna become. That's what the hell you gonna become. Shit turd. A wet noodle on the counter. You be alright though. You feel me? Words
Word.
hurt like a motherfucker now.
Yes, they do.
Because
They
they
can
stick
build
with
it
you.
up or break it down.
So whoever came up with that sticks and stones may break my bones, but wherever nigga will line his ass off. Somebody hurt the hell out of him. So he
That was
had
just
to
an affirmation.
disassociate himself.
Make them feel better.
It ain't nothing you could say to me. Probably not a random. Probably not a random. And everything that you do here does hurt you. That's why you dislocated your heart from it. You feel me? So, man and woman, we need to stop beefing with each other. Fuck the blame. Fuck who did what. 111 followers and 111. I don't know what I mean. Y'all talking to each other. I'll let y'all ride out. But yeah, we have to overcome this whole battle. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. That was some
No,
cool
you
shit.
can't. Yes, you can.
And they was really beefing.
Yeah, that would be.
They was really beefing. And then when you see in that song what they were beefing about, that's what we beefing about today.
What's
That
up,
was a
Kevin
song.
Ellis?
Mhm. What you say?
Somebody named Kelly Belly was throwing the hard tree.
Shalom, shalom. Bible says you shall be judged for every idle word. Let me help y'all understand something real quick. All right. Your feet is on the earth, the ground. Okay. The earth extends from your feet all the way to the middle of your private part. Okay. From your private part, middle section, because it's semen in there, it's water in there. Right? From the private part all the way up to about right here is water. This is your water element. All right. From the chest all the way up to above the openings of the nose
Yeah.
is your fire, right? Burning
Yep.
has to release. I mean, your body, according to the medical record, you say I have to go on my thoughts, but do so. Angel numbers of confirmation. Do so. Hi, all much love. Shalom, shalom. Word up, y'all. All right, so your air is from the nose up your thought. You cannot get off of the ground if your air is clouded. You cannot ascend to your higher state of consciousness if your elements are out of alignment. Now, y'all remember that movie, The Fifth Element?
One of my favorites.
All right, I gave you four just now. What's the fifth one? Anybody?
Earth.
Anybody know?
Earth, water, fire, air.
Mm-hmm. Now, what's the fifth
I'm tripping. Hold on.
one? She says it's spirit. What's the fifth element, guys? Electromagnetism. This is what joins it all together. As the sister said, spirit, this is the energy. She was in the middle. I was speaking while somebody was talking. Steve, you talking?
Not really. I was saying the ether.
Oh, hell yeah. The energy, the spirit. But it's that electromagnetism. You touch this, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? You shackle motherfucker. Your body, if your ass need to itch, it's gonna send a signal to your brain to tell your hand to scratch it. You feel me? Oh, the movie, yeah. All right, but that's the element that binds all of this shit together. Big. It's the electromagnetism. It's the spirit that got this clay, this earth, this air, this fire moving. All right. Now, if you don't stay in alignment, all right, if you allow too much water to come into your earth, it's gonna get muddy. It's gonna get flooded out. You ain't gonna be able to walk in peace. You're gonna be stuck and getting squishy and all that good gangster shit. You understand? So you got to keep your earth dry so you can remain grounded. You stay grounded because your electromagnetism is connecting you to it and giving you energy. Okay? Your water can't mix too deep with the fire, or it'll either put it out or it will overconsume the fire. But you need these two together because they create the steam that come out the air. Need to do that. I don't know how many of y'all do that right there, but y'all need to work on y'all breathing. That shit help your mind clear. That's why when we get anxious, we just you want to get into that lightheaded state. You dig? Because that's where you're in a state of bliss. Now, we only give what they say, how much they say we operate with our brain. What's the percentage? Anybody know?
I think it's 80 or
Damn,
60.
you was a smart ass nigga. She said 19. God damn. You smart motherfucker too. Okay, she said 10. Mm-hmm. Empress say 5. We've deduced. That's caveman status right there.
Oh.
Shit, we just not doing this well. All right. So I would agree. We use 10% of our brain, which means we have 90% in reserve, huh? All right. Now, how much did God ask you to give him
10.
in
10.
tithes? How much?
10.
Hmm. God asked for 10%. We only use 10% of our mind. This is what we give to the world. That's why your duty is to learn a lesson and to teach one.
Mm-hmm.
Your 10% from God as a fruit from his tree was to give him back the produce. So you got to go out there and plant the seed, the word, gang. But that come from your mind. If your mind is cluttered, you will never be able to access the reserve. Where is the kingdom according to the Bible?
Ain't it in your heart?
Hmm?
Ain't it in your heart?
It's in you.
Yeah, it's in you. Not outside. That's why you
It's
go
in
within so you won't go without.
you. So if your elements ain't in alignment, he put man in the garden. So if you ain't in the garden, if you ain't in alignment, your whole body, you can't ascend to the gates of heaven. You can't get past the crown. Dig me? As much as he was physically talking to the people, he was spiritually talking to them as well.
Mm-hmm.
But you got Christianity, which I believe is just, I'm not even going to say Christian. That is just, Christianity is the Antichrist. Christianity says you can do everything Christ said not to do. Christ said he didn't come here to change the law, but to fulfill it. He said, not a jot or tittle of the law shall pass away until the end is fulfilled. He said, on these 10 commandments hang the whole law. So you can't say that the Old Testament is done away with if you're going to still follow the 10 commandments. Because if you don't understand Deuteronomy 4 and 13, the covenant is not with the 600 and quote unquote 13 laws of the Old Testament. The covenant, according to Deuteronomy 4 and 13, is the 10 words, the 10 commandments. That's the covenant. But this is where religion comes in. If you don't understand how to commit to the 10, you need to go to the schools of thought and go under the school master and learn the letter of the law. Once you graduate from the letter of the law, you must operate that letter of the law spiritually in the physical. Does that make sense?
Yep.
We get caught up. We get too motherfucking spiritual. Motherfuckers say they can marry Christ. They don't need to marry a man. They married Christ.
They get so spiritual that they ain't no earthly good.
You dig me? And then you got motherfuckers that's too earth.
Mm-hmm.
They just straight flesh. They don't know how to operate, see the spirit, hear the spirit, none of that. They can't understand that the wind is something that I can't see, but I can damn sure feel. So it exists. So there are things that are beyond my physical sight that exist. You have to balance those two. Now remember we was talking about going to holler at your old self and all that. I would say you gotta kill him. Now death doesn't always mean die. You know, hey, would you agree that you're still in existence when you die?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You're just not
Energy
here.
transfers.
Transfer. Like energy, neither created nor destroyed. Transfer.
Mm-hmm.
It's been
Trans.
conveyed back to the beneficial owner.
Yeah.
My word shall not return back to me void.
Yeah.
Word up, though. Word up. doesn't always mean a physical death. Right. Because if we be real, it said that Adam, if you eat of this tree, in that day you shall surely die. Did Adam die the first day he as a matter of fact, y'all know that
Mhm.
wasn't even God, the Father, that was speaking to Adam and Eve when they got cursed. Y'all know who that was?
Look, Satan.
No, no, he got cursed too. But you know who cursed all three of them?
Who cursed him?
Mama, wisdom.
Oh, they would be a hard.
It said the voice of the word of God was walking in the garden.
Oh,
Voice of, so it was something else.
wisdom.
hmm
Got it.
Y'all just fucked up because not only did they fuck up, what did she do to them? She blessed them. She gave them grace. She gave them a clothing. Now remember, you guys, clothing is also something that's not only spiritual. I mean physical, but spiritual as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can wear shame. You can wear your emotions on your sleeve. You can wear unrighteousness. You can wear obedience. People can see that on your character by how
Mm-hmm.
you display it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, a spiritual death,
Now,
disconnected.
the disconnect was they was shot out of the garden. They died twice. Okay. Now, in the New Testament, it says that a day to us is 1,000 years to God, and 1,000 years is as a day to us. Adam died at the age of 900, and I believe like 30. So he never made it a full day, right? If a day to us, a physical day to us, is 1,000 years to God, Adam definitely died in that day. He only lived to be 930 years old, not
This
a
man
thousand.
died at 9:30 p.m.
Somebody died at 930 p.m. If he died at the age of 930, that means he never saw a full day, and he died in that day to the Most High. So he died twice. The first was the physical separation from the Creator. They were disassociated with the garden, and now man, the punishment to man is that you have to search for God. You
Mm-hmm.
have to find Him. You got to go climb a mountain. If you pay attention to the Scriptures, God meets the women wherever they are in their respective duties.
Mm-hmm.
If she at the well, here come the angel. If she at the washer, here come the angel. If she at the church temple, here come the angel. The men, they got to go climb a mountain, walk through a valley, up a hill. They got to go through some shit to get to God. This is why men, we cannot be guided or clouded by our emotions because you will miss the Father. You'll think you're serving Him, and your ass gonna be serving the sun, like in the sky. You think you'll be with Mother, and you'll be serving the moon. Wisdom says that she is who is will make you a friend to the Creator.
Mm-hmm. You meet her, you meet God.
You heard? But God said you can't get to her until you submit to Him.
Woo, woo, woo.
Our women have to be a lot more diligent to their role in this world. We're
Mm-hmm.
not equal. Stop fighting for equality and fight for your equity. Fight for fairness and justice. We're not the same. So we can never be equal. Man and woman, black and white, none of that shit. Each state is sovereign. They got their own constitution. They choose if they want to follow the UCC. Dig? However, there's only one Big Daddy. We have to understand that all spirits come into this world through the portal of a woman. And a Man is supposed to be your covering because you are more inclined emotionally than he is. And if you're going to be the builders and teachers of this nation, you got to make sure your mind is clear as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then y'all can learn all this debt shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Gang,
understand?
gang.
Once you understand the workings of life, you'll understand how they built the bank. The treasury is the daddy. All the other banks is the mama. The treasury really feeling like, why is you motherfuckers talking to me? Why y'all talking to me when I set all these intermediaries in the middle motherfuckers up? You dig me? If you look at it, the Federal Reserve is the fiscal agent on behalf of the treasury. So it worked for the treasury. You did? If the Reserve printing money, I need you, baby, to give my folk, give my kids something. Gonna print out a few dollars. And then mama go distribute it out to everybody else who want to ask for it. The bank is mama. And the treasury is big daddy. Everybody go to big daddy. The bank go to the reserve who go to big daddy. It's presented to the treasury deposit window. And the Federal Reserve has a master file deposit window so it can deposit on its behalf. You see,
Mm-hmm.
when you understand who you are, everybody, it don't matter how far you is in this game, how close you is in this game. When you understand who you are, I'm not a number. I'm somebody that represent a number. Fine.
That
I
part.
need to secure this account.
You know what's so interesting? A judge, a magistrate told me that everybody's a number.
Y'all, and that's literally how they look at you.
Yep.
So you separate yourself from that
Mm-hmm.
number. And you ask majority of the people, what's your social security number? Shit. It's my identity. It's me.
Mm-hmm.
It's me.
It's mine.
It's mine. Hey, how you doing, BJ?
Oh, very well. Very well. I'm glad I came in.
Sister BJ. Sister BJ.
I'm enjoying it.
Yay, yay. This man done ate the whole fruit section.
I came in, I saw the two bananas.
He was pointing at the camera like he finna. I'm like, whoa, blood bath. Hold on, whoa.
And two bananas, a pomegranate, and an orange.
And a on,
And an orange.
and a on. Where the rest of the letters?
I
And a
told my
on.
partner last night. I don't know why I don't like saying the whole word.
Can I get an on? We don't never say
But
that. Nah.
in your mind, you heard
It's
it.
yeah.
But in
I
Yeah.
just went. I just went and bought 3 bags of blood oranges.
I just bought a whole pineapple. I got a quarter joint and chop it up. I got a bag of Granny Smith apples, some celery, some mint, and some kale.
fine,
Good
fine.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Boy, get out the meal.
this my
Feel good. You can tell it's feeling good.
uh,
Oh, God.
ah. I be having to get up out of there. Sheesh.
Yee-hoo. Mm-mm. That might faded into the made love to his ears.
It
Come
made
back,
love
Slim.
to the bird. All right, y'all. So I ain't really got too much more to say, man. I just wanted to give y'all a little word from the creator and then the education to the law. You feel me?
Word,
If you
word.
want to operate complete and fully by how you sign, and if you didn't sign properly, about how you now come in, right? Before you start sending them bills and do this and that for me, you got to show them that you have the authority you not even just the authority, but that you have the security interest and the authority to use the security interest to balance out the account.
The appointment to give appointment.
Literally, literally.
So, oh, that's what you're saying. Use the power of appointment, and you give your notice through the power of appointment.
Oh yeah.
I would say a power of appointment. You want to let them know, but the power of appointment via that Form 56 is
Hmm.
they can't dodge the 56. That's how I'm finna go in there with my private banker tomorrow. I'm finna 56 F the institution. I already gave him my because he and I already spoke, and he was like, "Do you want to open up a personal account in the name of the trust?" I said, "That don't necessarily make sense. I already have a personal account, so I would just have the trust take security entitlement over the personal account."
Oh, over the existing one. Okay.
Yeah, he was like, "Yep, yep, okay, yep, that does make sense."
Are
I
they
think he was testing me. You
are
feel
they
me?
trying to see your whole trust?
Huh?
Are they trying to see the whole trust, or are you going to give them this certificate?
No, no, I don't. I don't need to give them the whole trust because I'm not going to the personal side. I don't need to open up a general deposit account for my trust. That doesn't make sense.
Right.
I just want to open up on JP Morgan side because he said so. If I understand this correctly, you want to use your trust assets to fund your personal account. I said precisely.
Bet.
Eve,
Good luck, my little knees, Adam.
all is well. All is well. We had talked to the business relation manager again, and I'm gonna do the same thing with my business account. I understand how to. It's about assignment, man. Transfer an assignment. If you know what the fuck is yours, if you know what's money, use it. Let me give you something real quick. Can you pull up UCC 4-210A? You got an account with that bank. I'll tell you what a lot of people fucking up at. They not addressing where the instrument can be paid, made pay where it's made payable at. They pay it into the order of, but they're not making the instrument known where it can be paid, where it can be made payable. UCC 4-210. UCC 4-210.
Got it.
Okay, what is it? 210A. Hey, look, you know where I want to read it at? Matter of fact, go to Ohio UCC 4-210. Because remember, every state has adopted, damn near every state has adopted the UCC. So you would go into your state's UCC and you will read how they're telling you to govern these transactions. Now you got some consumer law states, right? Like Ohio, I think Delaware, I think California. These states, they telling you straight up how to do this shit. It's crazy. I was on Ohio shit and I'm like, damn. Yeah, I got it.
Can you hear me?
I hear
I
you now.
can now.
I said,
All
whoa,
right,
whoa.
back to the show, you guys. Welcome back. I don't know what that was. That was an accident. My bad, G. Go ahead, though.
Be your private banker EIN.
Uh-huh.
The collecting bank, would it be your banker's EIN or
No,
the?
we gonna keep this simple, beloved. We gonna keep it simple.
Okay, bet. Oh, you want me to read it?
Hell yeah. I read it. Never mind. All right. Security interest of collecting bank in items, accompanying documents, and proceeds. A collecting bank has a security interest in an item and any accompanying documents or the proceeds thereof. In the case of an item, deposited in an account. Watch this now, because this is what the fuck just happened on that phone call with the bank that I did on my TikTok. All right. In the case of an item deposited in an account, to the extent which credit given for the item has been withdrawn or applied. That makes sense? You're giving the bank security interest in your application, your security deposit, whatever the fuck you gave them. Okay? Now, you got to understand this part. I gave you something. If you, this is why you want the bank to prove, this is why you want the bank to prove that they actually gave something to the dealership. Because it's going to show where the credits came from. I asked the bank, I say, this application for a car, it becomes a promissory note to the bank, right? They said, yeah. I say, and y'all use that promissory note to go get some credit. She said, she filled out an application and promised to pay us for a car, and we used the credits to go and secure the vehicle. I say, so where the credits came from? The credits came from the contract. I mean, well, yeah, exactly. The problem, we got that clip. What's our problem? The woman that I'm speaking on the behalf of, she came in that contract as a minor.
I
So she
remember.
left her security interest on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what everybody is hoping and praying on is you don't come back within the 3 years and say, hey, man, I want to use my security interest. Because you can call them. You can call them and ask them right now who holds legal title over the account and who holds equitable title.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to tell you you hold the equitable title. Well, can I use my equity to offset the principal balance every month? My equity would be the interest in the account. How do we know you have interest in the account? Your fucking name is on it.
Mm-hmm. And I gave you the signature granting you permission to have access to the credit.
Exactly. You're
Mm-hmm.
not applying for bank credit. You're applying for them to access your credit for you
Mm-hmm.
As an intermediary.
Intermediary. Yep.
as an intermediary, which is why you must give them a Form 56.
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter if it's a 56 or a 56F?
I'm sorry,
It's
56F.
the
If you're
financial.
dealing with, you know what I'm saying, like I'm finna go deal with dude personally, he finna be a 56 and a 56F. Because just in case I can't get in touch with him, you can send it over to my bank and they gonna know what to do for me.
Mm-hmm.
You dig me? I love wisdom, and all praise be due unto the Most High. But it just, as I said, this stuff makes too much sense, man. It makes too much sense, y'all. And we hurting and harming ourselves by not studying this information. You dig me? You need that? Go ahead, get your phone, read that. Somebody need a screenshot?
We appreciate you though, bruh. Bruh.
I'm getting used to this. Okay.
It might got a. We had a. Bro got the whole sounds. Yeah.
I really do though. If you learn who you are, and then you gotta think. That's what I was telling y'all with the FDIC. Feel me? Once you take over security entitlement, why not use the policy to fund the account?
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a principal balance of 250,000, and they're supposed to make sure that that balance stays at the principal. Don't they? They hate when you go below the principal, right? If you deposit $100 into the account, they're gonna start sending you notices when you go under that 100.
Mm-hmm. They don't like
Because
me
you
going to
fucking
the
up the money,
meeting.
you fucking up the trust of the account. You did.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm finna slide tomorrow. And then you know how I figured this shit out for real? My partner mama passed, man. Man, she was a beautiful So for real. So I had told him I'm gonna help him get his mother's estate together because he's emotionally distraught. Feel me? I mean, y'all don't know how many men I bring to tears, bro, when I tell him I'm gonna help him, when I show him I can help him, when I offer myself to him. How many people, not even just men, period, that I truly do help. You understand what I'm saying? Privately, I'm not looking for no accolades. I ain't looking for no testimony. I'm it. But it's a beautiful thing when you truly understand what's going on, and then you can give more than that 10%. Because we all probably, me myself, I was aggressive at one point. I was real fucked up with the emotion joint. Damn, my battery finna die like that. Easy work. But yeah, I was real distraught, dig, and I had to find myself, man. Every man gonna have to find yourself, especially if you don't have a father. You gotta trust the Most High. That was my prayer. I went to prison when I was 15, and I was praying to the Most High. Apparently, I don't know how to do this life thing, fucking it up, dig. And I need you to build me into the characteristics of the man that I'm supposed to be. Dig. Shalom, beloved. How you doing?
Peace, peace.
What's going on?
What are you talking about? What's the topic?
Oh, you ain't been in the room, huh?
Nah, I'm just coming there.
Word up. So you necessarily didn't have a question, huh?
I mean, I got a lot of questions, but I don't know what the topic is.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm gonna put you back down there. You know what I'm saying, so you can catch on to what we talking
All right,
about real quick.
all right, no
Word
doubt.
up. All right. So as I said, I had to find myself, man. You know, I was going through a lot of shit, and like I'm gonna tell you, I was going. I had a situation with a baby mama actually, right? And I got into an argument. It was her doing shit, but she had this response to me that fucked me up physically that I did not hear properly. She said, "The whys do not matter. Only how you respond to me is what matters." Now, physically, that's some fucked up shit to say. How the hell does what you do, right? How does what you do not matter and only how I respond to what you do? I wouldn't respond if I didn't have anything to respond to. Her flesh was telling me that. However, if I was listening to God, the spirit of him was telling me, you need to watch your character. I'm going to handle her, but you don't need to come to her level to find satisfaction. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard. As time went on, I told her that. I said, you know what? It ain't even your flesh that told me that. That was the spirit, and I was supposed to be listening. But I was so caught up in my emotions that I got mad at you. Like the Bible don't say in Ephesians, we wrestle not against flesh and blood,
Facts.
but the
Facts.
principalities of the air, rulers of darkness, forces of evil. You ain't beefing with your baby daddy. You
Mm-hmm.
beefing with the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all spirits are clashing. Somebody won't submit. I said, damn. He said, because what you gonna do? Any way you respond, you gonna lose. Because afterwards, you're gonna be the one that feels shitty. You shouldn't have spoke to her like that. You could have did this better. You should have walked off. You should have whatever. You gonna think about it consciously, right? Protect your conscience by making sure your mind is sober enough to judge the situation properly. It's gonna take for you to have to step. I don't give a fuck how fast somebody talking. Meditate on what a motherfucker said. and then give your response. Straight up.
You
Say
know
you
what? That's
gave.
good.
Go ahead.
Because at this point in life, this is what I want to see if this same, I'm on the same, you know, track. Um, my thought process is that I don't respond because when I respond or react, that's emotional. So I do strategically think back, sit back and meditate. So when I go and say what comes from my spirit and my heart, speak my truth, it is actual and factual. So is it along that lines or whatever? Like you said, meditate on it. I do, but I don't respond or react because then I know I feel like I've lost power and I'm only moving through emotions, and I don't want to move through emotions. I want to be strategic and methodical in what I say and it be truly from my spirit.
So this is why I would say if we were people that were common, that I won't argue people, I try to stay in honor, absolutely. So this is why I would say as people we should be like right here with, right? We if we weren't so emotionally if we weren't so attached to our emotions, we would be able to, as you just stated, we're having a discussion. You would be able to say to me, hey, listen, brother, I'm not gonna lie to you, that kind of got me emotional. And I don't want to respond to you the wrong way. Would it be okay if we pause the conversation? Let me think, and we come back to in an hour, 2 hours, maybe even tomorrow. But would that be okay? That's how I
Yeah, that's amazing because you read my damn cards. Because after 26 years of marriage, that's exactly how I do my husband. I say, can we revisit this conversation? Because right now, I don't think I'll give you the proper response to what you're saying because I'm in my feelings. That hurt me. I feel some kind of way, and we're gonna need to talk about this later or tomorrow. So you peeping my cards for sure.
and if he is emotionally intact, that's fine, baby. Talk to you tomorrow. Before we eat dinner.
Now that
Dig?
brother say, hell no, we finna talk about this now. So I just shut up and listen. That's all I do. And then in
If
a
I got
couple of
some more
days
to
or a
get
week,
out,
we revisit it and with sober minds.
if I got some more to get out, I'm tell you. All right, but let me say this first real quick. What is, but see, this is the type of guy I am, right? When I realize I'm being overbearing to her, I shut down. I shut it down. You dig what I'm saying? Because the most high go to talking to me. If it ain't him, it's wisdom. You don't gotta be like that. You don't gotta act like that. Go in there and apologize to the woman. She can't talk to you because of how you handling this situation. Ah, amen. I feel one time. That shit be crazy when you gotta be the little or bigger man. You feel me? It be crazy. But in the end, y'all end up smiling again. That little pressure that was in the chest, y'all can breathe. It's gone now. Y'all happy as hell, smiling. Probably want to do some goofy shit together now. And it takes so much energy to be mad. It takes so much energy to be out of order.
That's the truth, but it takes so much damn energy to be married. Hell, too. Oh my
I
goodness.
don't know. I
I
think I
I
think when we get
regardless,
in our state, I think
hmm,
we can tell a different story.
yeah, but I put a lot of
Think
effort and
honestly.
energy not for us to be keep let anything a rift come between us by never going to bed angry. I have to go turn that energy around before we go to bed.
I mean, yeah, yeah. If it's something serious, I think it should be handled before you go to bed because your mind is another world that you go create. And some motherfuckers get up believing in their dreams. Ancestors came to me and told me I shouldn't be fucking with you anyway. Man, these niggas showed up. I would say I agree. However, I ain't gonna lie to you. I went to sleep mad, and I think that's probably why I shouldn't. If I go to sleep mad and you try to like cuddle with me, I don't do this on purpose.
Attitude.
Ooh.
Emotional.
I'm
Get
gonna
off
move my
me.
foot. I'm gonna turn on my side.
Mm.
I'm gonna
Petty.
say mm-mm from what I've
It
been through.
comes with time and maturity, and you're gonna have to like have that all worked out in your mind ahead of time, so you won't do the natural responses. That's my thing where I say I want to be actual and factual about what I say, think, and do, especially with the person I have chosen to share my entire life with.
But see, I would say I only do those things when I'm offended, and I express my offense. If like okay, female I was dealing with, I'm telling her, look, yo, what you doing is the same thing such and such did. Now, rather than take heed to, wait a minute, hold on, the way that he used to talk about that woman, I don't never want to be looked at in that type of light. So, regardless if I'm doing it or not, he think I'm doing it. I don't want to do that ever again anymore. I don't. He probably got PTSD. Feel me? But instead of doing that, you're comparing me. You're comparing me. You're trying to make. You're trying to manipulate me out of the logic that I know I'm working in because you want me to feel like it's not true. So I ended up telling. I said, what you don't understand is what I'm trying to warn you of is you're not the person because I don't believe you're the person. But I'm telling you the spirit that that person harbored. It's apparently following you, and it's in you. And I'm telling you what to do to eradicate that spirit so we can be in peace.
But because that energy keeps showing up in several different people, it's something that you got to do too. And
It's
how you present that,
it's
how
a
you present the
Uh,
past, um,
yeah.
dictates how people are going to react to you and your connections. Because you didn't have to. I'm not you, but you didn't have to say a name. You could have just said, I don't like when you do this, that, and that. Instead of it being old, it'll be new and fresh, and it'll be because of what somebody presented to you, instead of it seeming like manipulation on both ends, because it can seem like that. Because she could seem like she could feel the same way and say, hey, I feel like he manipulate me with his past, and you could feel like, hey, you manipulate me with the energy of the same spirit.
I
But
feel like
it's,
it's
it's
different
different
from
parts
what
and
I know.
pieces.
You dig me?
Definitely, but how you present it to someone that's new to you, that has this, that can carry certain kind of spirits, different bodies, is because of something that you haven't gotten over yet. It's something that you haven't did the wound work on. Men have wounds too. Your stomach area, all that water, cry that shit out, get that shit out, let it come out, let that fire burn that shit out, burn some of that shit out so you won't have water on your ankles,
For
and blow
real,
that shit out in the air.
for real though. I heard you loud and clear.
Yeah.
I would agree with Julia though. I think I'm. It's a certain energy that I'm producing that's attracting that spirit, right? And what I mean by that is I have had had such a disgust with the ways of our women think that I wanted to force
Mm-hmm.
my rule. Now, when I
Mm-hmm.
say force my rule, I don't mean like
Mm.
nah, I'm serious. Like I don't gotta beat on nobody, put up my hands on. I do, but I use my mind. I know how to use my mind. You dig? I know how to use my mind, and I know how to get you to see what I'm saying. I know how to make you feel with my words. I know how. But if that doesn't work, what else do I have? So I think because I've been on the internet saying what kind of woman I want, what I not gonna put up with, what I disagree with, da 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 da. Speaking on the negativity of it all, it's bringing it right to me,
Mm.
and it's transforming itself because it's appearing as this good girl. It's appearing as this girl who listens. It's appearing as somebody who ultimately, and I would say this is the issue. It's ultimately I'm not. properly judging the individuals. I'm not vetting them properly. And that's the harm that I'm causing to myself. I wouldn't say it's something that I need to fix, I need to heal, because as a man, I'm taking on the benefit of the doubt.
It's the same thing. Vetting, when you're vetting people, right? It's a healing process that comes with it, whether you know it or
With
not.
vetting or before vetting?
Before and during, all the above, not the semester. You get what I'm
It's
saying?
healing. When you gonna start healing?
You get what I'm saying? When it comes to vetting people, right? You're not vetting people how you're learning now in this process, right? Not to vet people how you used to. So that is still healing.
I'm saying I did it. I'm saying I didn't. I'm saying I didn't.
Because you
To
said
be honest,
that
I
you
don't think
needed to
I
heal.
did. So,
You said it's not nothing that you needed to heal. But right now in this moment, and while you've been recollecting on your vetting skills, it's still,
okay, okay, Chief.
and
I'm
that's
still
wisdom
healing.
for you. That's wisdom. Listen to it now. You know it. It's oh, come on now.
No, look. I don't disagree with being hurt before.
Why ain't
None of
nobody
that.
said nothing about hurt, bro?
I'm saying we talking about healing. You feel me?
Yes,
But
spiritual
watch this.
healing, bro.
Yeah, I've done.
Come on
Hold
now.
on.
We just went through this whole talking about the creator. Bro, don't make me judo chop you in the neck, bro.
I'm gonna tell you what's going on. You gonna listen real quick?
Bro, I heard you. I'm
My
listening.
issue is
What
I
you-
haven't been properly protecting myself because I haven't been vetting the people. I've been giving what's called the benefit of the doubt. I see discrepancies, I see red flags, and I think I trust in the nature and character of myself that it's gonna evolve that person into what I need or want, rather than just simply accepting that person for who the fuck they are, and rather than engaging with them in the depths that I have, keep it at a certain level. Now, where I would say my lack as a man is self control. That's why I lack as a man. I found myself lacking. It ain't. It's not that deep now. Not gonna
It's
lie.
okay.
But
Don't tell everybody.
nah, I'm being real with you. I'm real. You know what I'm saying? But it's this is my issue, right? I'm attracted to fucking women. It is what the fuck it is. It's just like girl. You know what I'm saying? So as I said, I'm not doing the proper vetting. Feel me? And that's why I say I'm harming myself because my proper vetting is I'm gonna put this word in front of it. That's what I need to start doing. And I've been placing women above my higher power. My issue is out of fear that I won't be accepted. We probably won't be together. I won't do this. We won't do that. Yada yada yada. I really like this person, and I want this person to like me. So I'm I'm cutting my I'm cutting my gown so I can look better to the public. That's my
So you want to look like a ass nigga.
shit. That bitch gonna look like a skirt in a minute. Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? I'll
Bro,
tighten
let
up.
that joint hang to your ankles, bro. Fuck it. Fuck it. Let
Yeah,
it hang to the ankles, bro.
that ain't fall. You feel me? And that's what the words say in the book of
Yep.
Jeremiah. Why would you cut your skirt for favor of one trying to find love of the people? So
Yep. Julia Morrison said, acknowledge the past hurt on your part and release. And that can be uncomfortable. Uncomfortable truths can be uncomfortable. Nobody really wants to do that shit a lot of times because this shit hurts. But when it's time to do it, you know you got to do it. And this shit hurts regardless. But acknowledging that past hurt. Just because motherfucker ain't just necessarily as hurt as they used to be doesn't mean that they don't feel a way. Because if you didn't feel a way, you wouldn't bring it up with somebody else. Period. Not just you, but in general. You got that guard up.
yeah, I think men do a great job of holding men. Men like we be ready. You a bitch. You acting like a bitch. Tighten up. Men do that all day. And I think a woman ain't got a damn problem telling another man that is I need to work on the accountability.
There you go. You got it. Fist bump. Fist bump. Yeah, yeah. Fist bump.
Now, as a man, I deal with myself. As I told you, even in the midst of an argument, after the argument, the most I talk to me. You ain't have to do that. You ain't have to do that. And then I don't have to muster up the strength of my flesh to go apologize. I'm that. I can go do that. Feel me? And I also understand the difference between an apology and sorrow. Somebody showing, excuse me, expressing an apology. Sorry to say when you hear that one will find, oh, I ain't even tripping. It's the longer for something you think it's missing. I think it's missing. Oh, real.
Bro, you just ate 3 pieces of gum.
Two, nigga, leave me alone.
Damn, broke that bad.
They too small, man. You know what I'm saying? And you don't eat gum, you chew it. You feel me?
I believe you eat the gum. I don't. I can't put it past you, bro. Still ain't gonna eat the gum. Oh, I'm done. I'm done.
But yeah, man, I ain't got no problem admitting my flaws, dog. None of that stuff. See, I'm the type of person, I hate awkward. So when I meet somebody, I lay it all on the wood, gang. You get to make the choice if you want to continue fucking with me or not. So I just got out this relationship, right? And I be feeling like, fuck this shit. Motherfucker don't be like, oh, well, I'm gonna leave you alone real quick. You need to heal. I'll be back another time. Motherfuckers think, yeah, I'll never do that. That'll never be me. And then it end up being them. Worse. It make it worse because you know what happened with the last motherfucker. And you came and did it too. Now what I learned about women, right? That's why I don't express my feelings to women no more. I ain't expressing myself to y'all. We talking. But that's why I don't express my feelings to my woman no more. Or
Yes,
the
trauma
potential one.
bonding. Definitely trauma bonding. And you telling somebody how to hurt you.
There you go. Hell yeah. That's the one.
But that's the
That's the
thing.
one.
Is that
You
you know
showing
how
them what to do to you. What you
but
allowed the last motherfucker to do, I can do it.
but do you see the similarities, right? You see how the wisdom, yeah.
Yeah.
And we've been through these things a thousand times often, right? So we're sharing our wisdom with you because we know we're saying it, we're typing it in the comments, and we are here for you. But no more fucking trauma bonding with these damn hussies or young ladies. Either way, you know what to do now. You're learning and healing those many cuts, those little small, little minute cuts that you got. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you gonna be just fine. Oh no. Oh
It's
no.
crazy, man.
You gonna be alright, man.
It's crazy work. And I just be out here just be and then you know what really be people issue with me?
What it is,
It
man.
should be when I cut them off. That'd be the real problem right there. When I stop caring. A motherfucker really feel like they lost somebody great type shit. You feel
You
me?
stick around too damn long.
Too goddamn long. Ain't that the
Man.
truth? Yeah, yeah, man.
Not this ain't being a heartless motherfucker, but you just stick around for bullshit too long, bro. Cause
I
you
think as a man, that's what I say. As a man, you gotta be emotionally stable with yourself.
of course, you have to be. Definitely.
Because you know what you tolerate, you know what you won't tolerate, and not
You know what you
everything.
don't want. Now you gotta talk about what you want. You gotta affirm to yourself what you want. You already know what the fuck you don't want. You done been through that already. Now you what you want. You know, Jesus on the main line. What you want? Call him up. Okay, my bad. I'm done.
I be mad. I be out here getting myself together, man. I go get this and go get with something that ain't something, and now my mind back on straight. And I'm good. I'm great. I think a reason a lot of them people fell out with me too is they wasn't supposed to go where I'm going. None of them women was interested in what I'm doing. Dig what I'm saying? I
What's not
believe
the
that.
word? Interested.
Yeah, I believe that. Huh?
I thought the last one was interested.
No, I did too. But then I realized as time was passing, we not doing the same thing. They've been doing the same thing, but you ain't trying to help me my shit to go where it's going. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm online telling motherfuckers I need a notary, and I quote unquote got a baby. I need a notary. Go see what I'm saying? What are you doing? I shouldn't have to outsource my private information to anybody but in the circle.
What's
No,
in the morning star?
you, you associate that account properly. Some of y'all
Yeah, yeah.
send in a revocation power of attorney.
And that good old Iris account.
They open.
Probably Monday. Cause I just did a foreign grantors trust Friday.
You got the 9-8.
Yeah, 986 over the phone. They trying to hit me with the whole show for the first 7 calls. That 8 jump was the fire.
What 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 the physical address was?
What you got for me?
I'm asking what the physical address was
What you mean physical address?
for the 9-8.
I just I use something.
You mean the for the foreign address?
I
Oh,
ain't finna just hey now come on. It's
I just
four.
want to know the place. I don't want the address.
Hey man, shit, we really talk about this.
Mine was Taiwan. Damn.
Taiwan not even is it still not hate?
Taiwan is outside of the city.
Okay, it's still not. Okay, it's Indonesia that's not in non hate no more. Jamaica not non hate no more. Julian,
Yeah, they did.
Julian,
But yeah, I was just asking to see. I had somebody got one, right? I think they had a 984. I don't know about
Dubai.
that. Oh man, she said she did the United States.
That's domestic.
Still got the 980 shit.
It's supposed to be 986.
I said,
Bro, nobody can't hear you, bro. You talking over there on that side. Speak it to that
oh
nice
yeah, my
microphone,
bad.
man.
Shit, let me sit down. Hold on.
Speak it to the nice microphone you got. Sit down, son.
That crazy work. I hate this. I was talking to Michelle.
Yeah, you were walking right, the turn around like you're Richard Pryor or something. Okay, Richard Pryor.
Julian said she got a 980 as well. She used Jamaica. It depends on when you got that motherfucker. I think Jamaica just got up on 200.
Nah, it don't depend on it. I just got this on Friday. Foreign is 986.
No,
They
it's gonna
they
say
will
you
hit
just
you with
got.
the whole show though, and then they'll start. Oh, need you to verify yourself. If they start deviating from the SS4 form, go on, hang up.
Nah, I just tell them that. I got two on. Hey man, that ain't on the form.
Mm-hmm.
Do you got a social? Nah.
Mm-mm. No, baby.
Well, do you have a domestic mailing address? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because they will try it.
Yeah. They gonna make you confused.
Right.
Then if, when we first called to get them 9 days game, we was like rookie as fuck. So we was only calling because somebody said to call because somebody said you need a 9-8. Like,
Right.
they was strangling our ass over the phone. We kept getting hung up on all type of shit. Bro. Like it just
Bro, I
ah,
called 8 times in one day. That 8 call was the one.
that shit took us. It took after the first call was made. Yeah, No, she talking about the first number after the dash, which would be a
Mm-hmm.
6.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be 98-6, whatever. Yeah, man, that shit took me like a month to build up the courage. I'm like, damn, they ain't letting y'all through. They probably ain't gonna let me through.
Nah, you gotta just do it.
Literally, just do it. I got my conversation recorded.
Mm-hmm. Yep, me too.
Yeah. People be saying they tripping by 9/8 and shit now. No, they not.
Nah, you just gotta know. You just gotta know what you should and should not do when calling them.
Yeah, right. You know what you finna do with the 9/8 though?
What I'm finna do with it?
Hmm. You know what I'll do with the 9/8?
What would you do?
I'll I create a PMA, right?
Done
And
deal.
I do a DBA in the name of my 9/8,
Mm-hmm.
and I use the 9/8 as the identification number to the PMA, so the PMA can technically stay private. Feel me? And then I go open up an unincorporated association account. I open it up in the name of the trust, but I use the registered mail number from the trust as the account number, therefore making that account a special deposit account. That's the account that churches open. You know? Now some people say they gonna get their 9/8 and they're gonna go open up a foreign Swiss bank account. All right. My 9/8 was for banking purposes. I don't give a damn if I'm in Swiss sterling or goddamn New York, nigga. In commerce, I'm using that number. Never use your 9/8 in public. Okay. Shalom, BJ. But yeah, it's no never mind to me. The irrevocable trust is not pierceable. The revocable trust is pierceable. The irrevocable trust should be holding all your assets. The revocable should be a pass through. It shouldn't be holding assets because in that revocable trust, 9 times out of 10, you're the grantor, which is the owner and beneficiary. You want to do I missed all that. I had to go look at. Yeah, you good, beloved. All is well. Hey, but my phone finna die, gang. So while I'm
Mm-hmm.
around, if I can charge him up, feel me?
Word, word, word.
I'm gonna hit you on the back end though. You feel me?
All right, man. Peace, man.
Gonna have both.
Shalom in the home.